Don't even get me started. All right, man. Let's kick this thing off. Let's talk about the Driven Racing Oil events list.
All right, we'll start out with an ad read here. So, why gamble with performance or protection when you get proven results from Driven Racing Oil? Trusted by top engine builders, winning racers, and devoted horsepower enthusiasts around the world. Driven takes legendary base oils, such as ones from Bradford, Pennsylvania, which comprise their GP-1 line. Then Driven boosts that superior base with state of the art additive packages. Driven's GP-1 Nitro 70 not only provides anti-wear protection, but can even shield cylinders from washout and fuel dilution caused by using methanol or nitro-based fuels. Learn more about Driven Racing Oil by following them on Facebook and Instagram at Driven Racing Oil or shop now at drivenracingoil.com.
I know that's right. And you better get over there because man, they they posted up a banger yesterday. All right, so I created this last night. So excuse my jankiness. Typically, we would have Eric create artwork because he's way better at it than me. But he was busy doing actual work stuff, so or actual circuit stuff and other event stuff. So I couldn't bother him with it. So let's talk about this right here, dude. Um, it's a busy month.
Yeah, look at all those events there.
Yeah. What's cool about this is you'll see these are 3 and 4 day events. So again, we talked about it being the busiest. There's 7 events in the month of April. Currently, the second largest of, month is September with 6. So we really are getting into the busiest month of the season. And I'm sure as we go along, more and more will come along. But this is crazy. So let's run down through these. Kicking off the month, obviously, is Carolina Drag Cruise, April 4th through 7th, Shadyside Dragway in North Carolina for the 5th through 7th in Warwick, Australia. That's right. That's other sides of the world. The Road Trip Drag Challenge start their season of 4 events with their number one event. This one, um, I'm excited to see how them hosting 4 events will work out for the country of Australia because we talked about there's 7 events down there this year. So
Yeah,
are we going to see a huge explosion there like we saw here? I mean,
I hope
obviously
so.
we go from the Street Machine Drag Challenge to now this. I mean, it's going to be wild. The next weekend is the postponement for Central Georgia Battle of the Streets. So obviously they were postponed because of weather. The middle of March. I can't do it. Feels like it was last week, and now we're talking about it being right here. So they'll do tech again on the 13th and driving and racing on the 14th. So it's a kind of a single day event. You don't have to drive your car from tech to the track, but they're going to go on like a 70 or 80 mile cruise. Huge win, I think, for that part of the state, and it's going to be a good opportunity for a lot of those folks that can't get into one that want to attend one that doesn't have to take a whole lot of time off or anything like that. So, congratulations to Mike Mayo. Hopefully, they can pull it off this time. I'm sure he's got enough track contacts there that if it rains again, he can push it back again. But we definitely want to see that one succeed. And I think as of last time, they had like 60 people signed up or something like that.
Nice.
Yep, yep, pretty exciting. And then for the third weekend, obviously, our boys, Dave Curtis and the Central Victorian Dragon Drive kicks off on Thursday, April 18th, and runs to the 20th. Then the circuit starts on Friday, April 19th, with racing on the 19th. We do our racer party on the 18th. But we have something that's working. So, working between the 2 events. Here's the thing: I like friendly competition. I don't know if anybody knows that or not, but those guys have a 650 index, and we have a 650 index.
Okay.
So, Dave Curtis and the team down there only use 1 pass per day. So, in this friendly competition between the circuit and Central Victorian Dragon Drive, we're only going to use 1 pass per day for our racers as well. We don't know what the prize is yet. Maybe it's just a bragging rights post. I don't know. But whichever event racer wins the 650 index between the 2 events, right? Whoever has the closest to 650 in the 8th mile, we're going to do something. We're going to make a big post. We're going to write an article. I don't know. Maybe give them a shirt. I don't know what we're going to do, but it's going to be a good time. Plus, it's going to, I think, kind of bring some momentum in. I was trying to use Google Maps yesterday to see if we were physically on either points of the world. but it wouldn't lay out like that. It kept laying out flat. So, flat earther stuff, I guess. I think it's got to be pretty close. It's got to be pretty close. So, uh, I'm really pumped about that. Again, that's 2 weekends in April that events are going to overlap.
Yep.
So pretty cool. So that's the third weekend of the month, right? Yep, third weekend of the month, and then rounding out the month, two more events: King of the Open Road starting in Oklahoma City, and Cruise and Lose in Pacific Junction, Iowa. And both events run Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's gonna be, gonna be awesome, awesome,
Yeah.
awesome, awesome. The one cool thing about King of the Open Road is they are focused around one track, but Cruise and Lose, I think you're going to actually be at three different tracks. I know you're going to be at three different tracks. So you're going to unload at the first one, probably do tech and registration, and drive to one track, drive the next day to the second track, and back home on the third day to the third track. I love that format. I can't wait to see how that turns out. It's already has my brain spinning for the circuit 2025. So that's 7 events in April. That's 700 plus drag and drive racers that'll be out driving around regional events all over the weekend, all over the world, dude. How cool is that?
Yeah. 700 in regional events, which is sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, it's huge. And again, I always say regional events are the gateway drug to drag and drive.
Right.
One benefit that folks have always had is that, or that haven't always had, is that these national level events, they were really hard to get into. They're becoming easier. We have more people getting in and things like that, and it opens up a lot more opportunity. But for us veteran guys that have done these a few times, these weekend events give you an opportunity to maybe add a few more events into your mix. So if you're close to any of the regional events that are in the world, definitely, help out, make your way over there. Generally, the entry fee is 200 to 300 bucks, something like that. Pretty easy to get into, and like us, they offer camping. Also have, we have inexpensive hotels as our hotel list. I think you can stay, if you booked at the host hotels, you can be out of the weekend for less than $200, 250 bucks, something like that. Look, even if you're not close, they are a blast. Mr. 884 miles from Joplin, Missouri.
Well, even if you don't get into the actual event, just go and support it too. Go
Yep.
show up, hang out, watch the races, wander around the pits, talk to the drivers. At least if you can't get into an event, just go hang out if it's nearby and spend the day, talking to racers and watching the event. Show the support.
Yep. Yep. Buy a t-shirt, hang out. And that's how I keep up with all the events I've attended is I have a t-shirt.
Yeah.
We are
Well, we've talked before that you don't typically pack t-shirts when you go to an event because
no.
your plan is you just buy a t-shirt from either the event or a racer or whatever and
Yep.
help save on your luggage too.
Well, yeah, then you got to get all those things home, but I really need it for the space because I'm usually trying to just put it in a backpack so I can be on and off the airplane. I'm not waiting on a suitcase and carry that all around. And you know me, I'm like jumping in cars with people. I don't want to have to be like, hang on, let me grab my suitcase.
Right.
All right. Well, let's talk about the new event that's been put up because this is also exciting. And I want to say thanks to the team over there for reaching out and I don't know if you want to say bouncing ideas off of me or letting me just put in some 2 cents. I don't know. It was really cool to be a part of all this before it kind of came about and help with some timing and strategy that went into putting all of this together. So the Kakalaki run is set. That's right, March 24th through 29th, brand new event hosted by long time Drag and Drive racers, Anthony Harville, Jared and Sharon Klausner, and then a whole other team. They put up a post yesterday. So if you're not following Kakalaki Run on Facebook, definitely do that right now. They also have an Instagram page. These these folks have done a ton of drag and drive. A lot of Rocky Mountain Race Week. They've done Drag Week. They've done Southeast Street and Yeet. These are well-rounded drag and drive racers that know what it takes. And I love when we're seeing that come into the drag and drive community because it means you're going to get a good experience because these folks have been on all of these. They know what it's like to be out there and about and do that. So We don't have pricing. We don't have anything like that. I know they have the tracks locked in. I didn't put those in my list here, but I know Rockingham is the host track. So again, Southeast North Carolina type stuff. And again, late March 2025. 2025 is shaping up to be well, dude, just like I posted in the other thing, 2025 will change everything.
It's wild how many events that we're already seeing for
Yeah.
2025 when
Yeah.
we're only starting into April.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be wild. And Adam Dory posted something with Sick the Mag the other day about are we at the peak yet? And
Yeah.
again, I mean, everybody's consensus was no, we're not at peak drag and drive yet. And there, you think about this, there's 35 events for 2024 on the list. We st- we're not anywhere close. I mean, dude, that's not even one a weekend across the world.
Right.
Oh man, there's so many racetracks. I think Wes Buck had said 400 plus racetracks in the U.S.
Yeah.
Get operated. So there's plenty of space for us to do these, and I think we're going to see some good announcers or good promoters. Sorry, we have good announcers, but good promoters come into the space once they have also participated in one of these. Because I mean, again, this is the best type of drag racing you can do. This is the best way to spend your time and money in a race car, in my opinion.
Right.
All right.
Agree.
Well, you want to talk about the celebrity that's coming for the circuit?
All right.
Let's talk about the celebrity that's coming for the circuit. Mr. Rick Dodge and I spent 90 minutes on the phone yesterday laying out the planned process for registration and tech. This is
Sweet.
going to be one of the coolest things we've ever done, dude. So last year, I want to say thanks to Travis Wise, who basically ran that and was a rock star. But he's coming this year to race, and
Yeah.
he can't do both. So Rick is hugely knowledgeable with drag and drive registration and tech. And as we move the circuit forward towards becoming a premier regional event, we need this level of people. We need this kind of help. We need this kind of knowledge to come into the event. So I'm excited. Invested the money to have a gentleman like Rick come to the event, and I'm really, really excited. Him and I talked about some of the stuff that we'll be doing as far as like tech and things like that, and it really opened my eyes to how much goes into just going to that next level. I mean, this is literally one step further than we were, but it's 2 pages of notes of stuff that we talked about and how I can help him, do the process. But then also, so he'll be doing like the tech like he normally does, and then we'll have somebody in front of him that's going through making sure headlights, taillights, blinkers, and horns work. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited to hang out for him for the weekend. He is flying in on Thursday morning of the event, so I'm going to pick him up at the airport, and then him and I are going to, drop the trailer off at the track and kind of get some stuff set up that way. But then I hope, and I think we probably will, have time to run over to CTech, which is the school that the technical college that Felicia Smith set up. So my
Mm,
plan is, how cool would it be for those kids? Because a lot of times, if you think I'm into cars, that means you either have to work on them. Like when I was a young man, it meant I needed to sell them, all that kind of stuff. But look at how many opportunities are available that we didn't even think of.
exactly.
I mean, like he's tech for tons of drag and drive events. NHRA, he's done a lot of like lights out and all of those kind of events. I mean, how cool would that be if you were into cars, but maybe not building cars or
Hmm.
talking about cars? You could be a tech director.
Right. And
Nobody
then
would nobody ever thought about that.
and then you show up and talk about being an announcer or a promoter, and
Yeah,
then Felicia's there and all the other racers there about being
yeah,
racers. So that's gonna be a pretty cool experience for all those students.
yeah. We're definitely going to change some kids' lives. That's for sure. So I'm really excited about this. And guys, I want you to understand this was an investment that I had not necessarily planned for, but I feel like is really really worth it for the circuit to elevate our level of offerings for the racers. All right,
Yeah.
and then you can find stuff all over PowerTube. I'm telling you, we're doing exclusive stuff on it. So, Eric, if you want to do, oh, hang on, nope, sorry, I forgot one note. I forgot one note.
I was waiting.
Yep. Before that, let's talk about media teams. We had Bill Elkins on the other night on the last episode, episode 56, talking about how they've created trackside media and what all that means and how they're coming to the circuit. So, of course, I started putting a list together. I have a running list of media teams that'll be on site so I can provide that to the track. Dude, 12 media outlets on site for the circuit.
Is that, do you think that's the most at one event?
Oh no, no way. There's probably been a lot more than that at some others, but 12's a lot.
Yeah.
12 is a lot, especially for a regional event. And I can't say thank you enough to them. Some of the folks that I'm really excited about. Obviously, Chris Story is our official photographer, so the photos are going to be banging. We're going to have photos provided to Sick the Mag, so that's kind of cool. We're going to have Johnny Allen photography, Jesse Fox with 3G video, Trackside Media. Obviously, Bill and Andy are both coming. Urban Hillbilly, Sean Melton, is coming down. Dude, 440,000 subscribers to his YouTube channel. Do you think that'll
Right.
get a little bit of bump in maybe the circuit credibility there?
Hey, let's hope so.
Dude, and he's going to be there all weekend, shooting all both tracks, but all 3 days. How cool is that, man? So I'm really pumped about that. There's a ton of other folks that are on there. I'm actually creating artwork around that. I just need a few more logos from folks to put that up on the circuit. So if you're not following the circuit page, please do that. You can type in the circuit dash charity with horsepower. All righty.
We had a good comment here. I wonder if anyone has ever thought about saving some time at tech check-in by allowing those who have raced certain Dragon drives to have a fast pass. Meaning, if you pass tech at sick week, then all you need is registration and then just do spot checks to make sure those who have passed previously still meet the criteria.
You know what? You are 100% right. That is a great thing. And Rocky Mountain Race Week set the standard with that. Matt Frost does that and then also does video tech. So you can actually send in videos of your car. He'll jump on a FaceTime with you and go through all of your car and make sure everything works that way. So then again, you do have a fast pass type setup for all of that for all the Rocky Mountain Race Week. That's a great idea. And I think I'll talk to Rick and we can maybe implement that for the circuit. The way Matt does it is if you have completed a national level event within the last year. So,
Mm,
and there's no major changes to your car. Obviously, if you teched at a 10.0 and then you're like, hey, yeah, I'm running 850 class, we need to know what your changes were.
yeah.
So that's the kind of stuff we can look at. Great point there. The bucket list mob. Thank you so much for the comment, and I'll definitely talk to Rick about that. Great idea. Great idea. All right, dude. We're not going to make it if we don't get to work here. Sorry. All right. You wanna lead us into reading the Power Tube TV ad read there?
Absolutely. PowerTube TV is your ultimate destination for automotive entertainment. Join them on this incredible journey dedicated to providing you with unparalleled streaming experience. Whether on our web based 100% free streaming site, Roku, or mobile apps, indulge in your favorite automotive shows, shorts, and podcasts, just like this one. Want more choices to watch? You can watch PowerTube TV's powerful programming on Android, Fire, and Apple TVs. We are excited to partner with PowerTube TV, the ultimate streaming destination for automotive enthusiasts. Created by enthusiasts for enthusiasts, PowerTube TV is revolutionizing the way you experience automotive programming. You'll find replays of this show you are watching alongside exclusive content from us and other content creators.
Yeah, dude. I love the Power Tube team. I got to hang out with Ray and some other folks down there at the Southeast Gassers Association race. Super cool, man. And that's all he thinks about is how to bring more automotive content to TV.